Hi you guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. It's Lola and I am here with a new video. I hope you all had a wonderful week. I had yet another busy one. I'm also filming from a new angle today, trying to make the most of the morning sun. It is literally like 8 a.m. but when inspiration strikes, the inspiration strikes. I also have a quick plant update for you. I am propagating two of my plants. So this is a cutting from Mushu. I have two of these, and then this is a cutting from my Silver Pothos Fernanda, who has been growing like a weed. So I'm really excited to create new plants from the both of them. But this video is not about plants. This video is actually about protecting your energy. I thought that by filming earlier, I would not have to deal with these noises, but I was dreadfully wrong. Anyway, what is your energy and why do you have to be out here protecting it in the first place? Okay, when we talk about protecting your energy, we can have an endless conversation about what it means to protect your energy, what you should be protecting your energy from. Today, we're going to focus on protecting your energy from toxic friendships. And I'm sure that that is something that we all have encountered. I mean, I myself have been in a few toxic friendships. Some of them were just really draining, and when those friendships ended, it was like a breath of fresh air. So what is a toxic friendship? Well, when we look at what a healthy friendship is, a healthy friendship should energize you, should make you happy. You should be able to find support and nourishment and all of those good things in a healthy friendship. And in a toxic friendship, you might find yourself consistently drained, you might find yourself being gaslighted frequently, and these are all things that are indicative of a friendship that you have no business being in. And so in order to protect yourself from being in a toxic friendship, I have a couple of tips for you. Please note, I am not a licensed psychologist or psychiatrist. This is just relatable advice coming from a relatable 20-something-year-old, okay? So the first tip I have for you, and one of the ways in which I protect my peace in friendships now, having been in toxic friendships, is I take stock of the qualities that each friend of mine has. So if someone is consistently displaying moods or energy that rubs me the wrong way, I make a mental note of that, because in a lot of cases it might not even be their fault. They might be depressed, they might have been through something. I just take note of it so that I can either prepare to be around them, or if I really can't vibe with that kind of energy, I let it go altogether. The second thing I do is I do a gut check. I think about how people make me feel. I think of what our interactions consist of, and I think of how I feel when they reach out to me. Do I get excited? Am I like rushing to make the plans? Or do I look for an excuse to not be around them? Or when we're done hanging out, do I feel better or worse about myself? So in checking in with yourself as you're engaging with people, you'll get a sense of how they feel, how they make you feel, and why. A third thing that is a contributing factor to toxicity in friendships, from my point of view, is conflict. How does this person handle conflict? Does this person explode to the point where you don't even want to bring up issues anymore because you feel like they'll overreact? Are they doing this on purpose? Do they gaslight you? Do they manipulate you? Think about it. Because how someone handles conflict, first of all, it's a reflection of their inner processes. It's not a reflection of you, but it will tell you a lot about how future interactions will be with this person, particularly if they're not taking any steps to grow and heal. So think about that. Think of how this person handles conflict, not just with you, but with other people as well, and what you're able to bear witness to. Make sure you're constantly getting in touch with yourself in regards to grounding and feeling centered. Oftentimes, when we aren't grounded or centered, it is difficult for us to acknowledge and identify how we truly feel, because everything is coming from external factors and we don't have that internal sense of, who we are, how we feel as like a baseline, XYZ. So it's very important to get yourself grounded and centered so that you actually will know what is external energy versus what you're really feeling on the inside. Think about your own emotions, keep your own emotions in check. Sometimes we might be the ones who are being toxic, and in response to someone else's behavior, our internal processes might get us all messed up. So when you're interacting with someone who triggers you or whose energy might be off, make sure you're keeping your emotions in check so things aren't blown out of proportion, or you're able to get a real good handle on things because it's not through the lens of an overreaction or an emotional outburst. And I think the most important thing is that you're just being honest with yourself. I remember one of the most toxic friendships I've ever been in, and this was a person who I really cared about, and I wanted to hold space for them to grow and to be their best self, but I wasn't getting that in return. And this was also someone who wasn't really in touch with themselves, so they made it very hard to not feel drained by them, because they would come in and suck all the energy and deplete all the energy and expect you to be there for them. And when it was time for the tables to be reversed, it was always like one excuse or the other, and you would be left wondering, like, is this a friendship that I should be in? And so I definitely, I think maybe 3/4 of the way through our friendship, I had to get really honest with myself about how this person made me feel, and also with other people that we were friends with, get stories coming back to me about this individual talking about me behind my back, projecting their insecurities onto me, and me just living my happy-go-lucky life and wanting to bring this person along for the ride and grow with them, learn with them, etc. I had to acknowledge that I was really hurt, and in seeing the way this person behaved around other people, and even hearing those things and thinking about how that made me feel, because the person, the people who would tell me these things had no reason to lie, had no reason to spite this person. It was just like, hey, listen, I know you really care about this person. I know that this person's your friend. You should be aware of what this person is saying and doing behind your back. So I had to get really honest with myself. And when the friendship did end, I sat back and I was able to see from a high level all of the things that made our friendship toxic that I couldn't even see because I was so involved with this person up close. So, and I mean, at this point, there is no negativity, there's no negative feelings at all. If anything, it was just a learning experience because I really did care about this person. And this person was someone that I would have done anything for. And if we were still friends to this day, like, I would have put this person on. Like, it would have been lit. And so, I mean, I hope they're doing well, and I hope they were able to grow and learn too, just the way that I did. But it's really important to, you know, weigh in on how people make you feel. And it's important for you to only have the highest quality of people around you, okay? You deserve it, especially as you become more successful, especially as you come into your own and become more self-actualized. A lot of people are not gonna like that, but they're gonna wanna be around you because, you know, they want that energy. They're attracted to your energy, but they don't want to admit it, or they have like tendencies to be a hater. So it's very important that you're getting aligned and you're getting centered and getting grounded, so that way when situations like this come up, you know how to handle them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would like to know how you've handled toxic friendships in the comment section below. Let me know, and I will see you all in my next video.